Is managing operating costs and machine performance important to your operation? I'd like to introduce you to John Deere Protect. Available today on new 6 and 7R series tractors and S and X series combines. John Deere Protect allows you to lock in your annual maintenance costs for 3 years and also helps you prevent downtime on your equipment. John Deere Protect is a plan that builds off the capabilities of your new John Deere tractor or combine purchase. The base equipment would be your new machine included with the factory warranty. And then it also includes in John Deere Connected Support, which you've heard us talk about over the years with the use of JD Link, the cellular connection between the machine and the cloud that sends data back and forth. And this technology is what is used to help remotely support and understand the issues that are happening on your tractor or combine. So John Deere Connected Support ties in JD Link with the use of what John Deere calls expert alerts. Expert alerts is an ability for the machine to report a problem before you actually have an issue in the field that can be taken care of before any machine downtime. So technology that's built into the machine at that time. There's also a capability with that to do some remote diagnostics where the technician doesn't necessarily have to be out at your machine in the field. They can do some diagnostics before they leave the store and have to be able to take the right parts with them. The second piece of the John Deere Protect is the utilization of John Deere Power Guard, the extended warranty. So depending upon what plan you would purchase, you could have either a Power Guard Limited engine powertrain coverage on it, or if you go for the comprehensive Power Guard, we can actually include some maintenance pieces to this on the combine. So the base machine with your factory warranty to start with, and the technology that's on there to do the diagnostics, and the Power Guard are the building blocks to build into John Deere Protect. John Deere Protect is actually covering the wear and maintenance pieces of your machine, so you can lock in that value, that expense up front with the cost of the machine, so you know what your operating costs are. So included with John Deere Protect, when you get it, you get a annual inspection each year of the plan. So the plans are 3 years long, and so you get an annual inspection at the end of the season. It's similar to our winter promotions inspections we do today. With the next step is a preventative maintenance plan that goes with it. If you purchase the limited Power Guard, you can get the inspection plan and the preventative maintenance. The preventative maintenance goes through and follows everything through the operator's manual, all the maintenance schedules that are in there, and is performed by our shop. If you step up to the comprehensive Power Guard, now we can start adding in wear parts with this as well. So in the inspection at the end of the season, once the inspection is completed, any wear parts that will not run for the next season can be replaced under this plan. So if you are in the habit of doing a annual inspection on a combine today, you can look at the parts that you replaced in there, the stuff that is wearing out throughout the season that is a maintenance wear item, that would be included in this plan as well. Obviously there are exceptions to that. Rock damage to the machine or something like the insurance issue or a cosmetic issue would not be a part of this. This would be an actual wear issue. But part of doing the annual inspection and the wear parts coverage would be replacing the worn parts that would not run a season and adjusting and servicing that machine to be ready to go for another year. This is the combine plan. There's a very similar plan for 6 and 7R model tractors. Right now, that is the tractors that are included under this program, and it's the same way. You got your basic factory warranty, your connected support, Same technology in there to do the diagnostics, the remote support with that. One of the things on the 6R tractors to be aware of, the small frame 6R tractors do not come with JD Link and base, so that would be something that would need to be added into the tractor options to make this all function correctly. Once again, you have the power guard. Here on the tractor, we need to have the comprehensive power guard plan with the tractor. And then we have the same maintenance and inspection plan that goes with the same time frame as the power guard. One of the other advantages of the John Deere Protect is, being we are as a store doing the annual inspections, performing the maintenance, and the things that are suggested that need to be replaced and repaired, adjusted, everything is service up to plan. With this, you get an uptime assurance with it. If we cannot repair that machine within 24 hours, we will bring you a loaner machine at no cost to you till we can get your machine back up and running and back to the field. So take a look at this, talk to one of your sales representatives on how John Deere Protect, a plan provided by John Deere and Grossenburg Implement, can benefit your operation and increase the value of your next tractor or combine purchase. So what fuels your farming operation? How much data can you process and understand that your machines are collecting? That is the value of the My John Deere Operations Center. So as we look at all the different things that these technologies on this equipment can bring in, information from how much fuel your tractor is burning, how many hours has it ran since the last service interval, how many seeds per acre did your planter plant, how many bushels per acre did your combine harvest, and all that information is being collected in a source someplace. Or is it in a notebook? Is it stored on a compact flash card on a computer somewhere, or where is that? And this is where the Operations Center ties in together. So one of the first pieces of that puzzle is the machine data that can be collected by the tractor, the combine, the sprayer, what's coming in. So John Deere Connected Support is one stepping stone building into this data. Newer equipment has the ability to diagnose itself when it has a problem, or alert an operator, alert you as a farm manager, owner, leader. Also can alert our dealership and the technicians to be proactive if an issue is coming. So JD Link is the building block for this, and we have talked about JD Link for several years, different things that it could do for us. Started out as diagnostic trouble codes on a machine that our service department could actually have the error code that came up on your tractor. As you were going through the field, you saw a light come up, knew there was a problem, but the error codes that came with it didn't mean nothing to the operator, so they ignored it. But the error codes mean something to a technician to be able to diagnose the problem. So JD Link Connect has evolved and built off of that process to where we were getting a diagnostic code to now it is actually troubleshooting, giving information ahead of a failure in some situations where we can be proactive to repair some of these issues. All this information coming in, JD Link can also be connected to your display in the cab that is collecting data from as applied from a planter, sending variable rate prescription data to a planter or a sprayer or whatever it may be, bringing harvest data in. All this information is moving back and forth, and we have to have a place to collect it. So that is where the Operations Center utilizes the tools that are built within that hub. So the My John Deere Operations Center is a place to see the data that's come in, collaborate with other advisors and to direct decisions to come out of the data that is there. So there's kind of 5 different pieces to the operations center on different levels of data that come in, and they help us in a lot of different functions. The first one down on the left there is ways to reduce input costs. So how can we understand what that machine is doing? How efficient is it running? Are we utilizing the horsepower, the fuel consumption, the cost for operation of that machine that we paid for up front? So there's a tool in there, the JD Link dashboard and the machine analyzer, that you can look at different aspects of how that machine is running. The other side of the machine side of it is with the JD Link, we can also do some remote diagnostics to it, as we talked about, but also now we have the ability, you have an operator in the field, planning the field, and maybe the seeding rate isn't programmed right for that field. With the ability to collaborate with other advisors, permissions connected between different accounts back and forth, there is a possibility, if the connections are set correctly, that you could have an agronomist in a different county sending a variable rate prescription to your operator who's sitting in the field without having to wait for somebody to go move a USB stick back and forth, drive time, the things that come in between there. So reducing costs and operator time, being more efficient, moving that machine so it doesn't sit on the edge of the field waiting for something to happen. The second piece of it is that we look at how do we increase yield. And maybe it's not always increasing yield, but maybe it's decreasing the cost of production. Looking at and analyzing the data of the inputs that go into a crop versus the yield that is returned from it in the tools that are built into the field analyzer portion of the operations center. Different layers that we can do some comparisons. We can visually compare things. We can compare data to bring out a yield based on a variety, maybe a yield based on fertility rates, soil types, different things that we can compare in there. The advantage then of all this information being into the operations center allows us now to be able to share this information and collaborate with other trusted advisors. So the nice thing about getting data into the operations center, once JD Link has moved it there or we move it in manually, you have 100% control of where that data goes. There is a management tool in there that you can allow different entities, maybe it's your John Deere dealer, maybe it's your crop insurance advisor, maybe it's your agronomist, seed dealer. You can tell them through management portals in the operations center who can see what types of different data and what fields they can see, what equipment they can see, and you are in control of where the information goes to share. Once you get the sharing set up, the nice thing about it is on the sharing, now if somebody needs some information, some recorded information about your machine, about your harvest records, you have the ability to give them that permission and they can go to their My John Deere account, pull up that information, utilize the information, help you make the decisions, and we didn't have to go once again back and forth moving data with a USB stick, a flash card, email, whatever it may be. That trusted advisor has access to your account that you gave them. They can go in, they can help you make the adjustments. Once the adjustments are made, they see it on their account, you see it on your account, and we're not trying to balance and keep the data the same back and forth. The next step, once we have data into the operations center, now we also have the ability that everybody has a tablet, cell phone, all that information in your hand. There is also a mobile app, a My Operations mobile app that you can put on your iPad or your phone. Now you don't also do not have to be sitting in front of your computer in the office. You can be in the tractor in the field, in the pickup delivering seed, wherever it may be, as long as you can have a cellular connection. Now you can see that data, have that conversation with an operator, have that conversation with an agronomist, the banker, whoever else you need to share information with wherever you're at versus being tied down to in front of a computer at that same time. The next level above that is within the Operations Center, there's a whole suite of John Deere tools that are built inside of there to see the yield data, to process it, to make reports, look at machine information, different things happening. But not one tool has all the information and maybe doesn't process all the data in the same way you want to. So the other part of the My Operations Center is the ability with that data in there to share with other software companies. John Deere has over 150 partner software companies that have an API agreement so that they can come in, their software connects with the Operations Center, and that data will flow into the partner company that you partner up with. A lot of these you purchase. It's a subscription or it's a purchase of software, but you don't have to go build in all the information. It automatically can pull into a lot of these companies all the data that you collected. And a lot of them at the same time are also live interaction so that as an operation gets completed, you don't have to keep updating it. It automatically pulls the information in so the information is live on that software platform as well. So it gives an ability to see all that data processed through in different software versions or software manufacturers, and also from maybe some other companies. Obviously, this John Deere built the Operations Center and is built to automatically receive from a lot of our John Deere equipment through the JD Link and automatically process that in. But we also understand that not everybody has a whole 100% green fleet. So there is also ways to bring other data into this, like Raven, Ag Leader, Precision Planting, into the Operations Center so that you can have a complete record set from planting to spraying to harvest, tillage, all the way through the operation so that you have a one-spot storage space to store your whole year, your whole process of the operation, instead of having maybe my John Deere combine information here and my John Deere planting information here, but I have my Raven spraying information in another format. Now we have it all together so that we can have multiple layers in one storage location and can still share that with others. So there's a lot of tools built in to the Operations Center. I would encourage you to look at this and look at how you can better utilize the data that you are collecting on your farm, the multiple layers of agronomic and machine information, to be able to utilize the Operations Center to break it out so that you can put it in a format that you can use to bring information out to fuel better decisions down the road. So just any questions or want to learn more about this, please contact one of our Grossenburg locations and somebody would be glad to explain to you more what the Operations Center is about.